Welcome back to Risen Sun Adventures. Today we are in the office. We're going to talk about the past 2 months I have been fishing with Foothills kayak anglers out of North Carolina. It's a great bunch of guys, a great opportunity to get out and fish with a community-oriented based group of guys who just enjoy fishing. It's very low-key. I chose to fish their monthly events for July and August. The July was an excellent time on the water. I have spent a lot of time on the water in the past 2 months. During this time, I've learned a lot about fishing, summertime fishing. The lake that I chose out of the, I think, 3 or 4 that we could choose from, we had Lake Hickory, we had Roadhiss, we had Lake James, Lake Norman, and Mountain Island. And out of those lakes, I fished a couple of them. I started out fishing in August, or maybe, no, I started out fishing in July out at James. Went out with Richard May and his dad and a couple others. Cody and Ashley were out there with us. And that was the first time I met them, and they were absolutely fabulous. I mean, they were wonderful people. Just had a heart for the Lord, and they also had a heart for kayaking and fishing in general. So we just had a really good time out there on the water. This video is really not a lot of me out catching fish. You do have some opportunities to see me catch some pretty decent fish out on Norman, where I spent most of my time and I spent most of my work. I do have some pictures of Caleb Perry catching fish. Actually got Richard May's dad catching his first smallmouth out on Lake James. And just a lot of fish pictures that I'll share while the video is rolling after we get finished talking about the monthly. During the monthly, you take time to get out on the water, and you take time to really put in some hard work. You're out there pretty much every day. It gives you the incentive to get on the water. It's kind of like tournament day every day, as Tori Brenneman said when she was fishing back in July. And guys, they worked really hard. That was a husband and wife duo. They're exceptional people. It's Ryan Brenneman with Hook Sets with Ryan. Make sure you check out his channel. He has a lot of good content. He's out fishing. And guys, they are putting in the work too. But they put in the work together. First and second place, husband and wife. Trophies. It was exceptional just watching them press forward. They did not fish the August tournament, but we still had some hammers in there, so it was a grind for us all. I started out towards like 4th or 5th, maybe 6th place, and it was a battle between me and Richard May. We kept battling it out. I'd jump over top of him, he'd jump over top of me, and then lo and behold, Austin Vane. He throws out there, boom, sticks 88 inches right off the bat. And then we're thinking, oh my goodness, what are we going to do? Man, he's out there and he's a hammer. Austin has always been a great guy. He actually fishes and represents Risen Sun Custom Lures. I mean, it's not a big thing with Risen Sun Custom Lures, but I look at people and their attitudes, and that's what I go out there and I support them as much as I can with as little as I have. God bless them with a lot, and I try to bless them with some things at times. And if they ever need anything, they know they can contact me at any time. And that's what it's all about in my heart, in my life, and what I do. I try to encourage people as much as I can to fish and enjoy it, because time is short and life is short. And we're all based off of what our integrity is and how we treat people, and that's what I try to do. I try to treat people very well in everything that I do. But here we are, August, working hard, trying to get, just trying to get above another top 10. That's what I was pushing out for. But I get out there and I stick a 20 3/4 inch fish. Wow, I was so excited. I mean, it was like boom, and there it was. I don't have that on video, but man, it was awesome. Stuck that one up, and then I started grinding, started moving forward. Moved up into the top 3 position, and I was like, "Whoo, this is awesome. Here we go. We're grinding. We're still churning it out." Caught a couple more big fish, and lo and behold, moved up into first place. And guys, I have never been in first place except for on the Attorney X format, to where I was just the first person up on the list, and everybody was 0 to 0. That's the closest first place I've ever gotten. So I was excited, but I knew that Austin Vane was still at the helm. I knew Richard May was still out there fishing. You had all these individuals that could move forward and jump me. During an event that had been scheduled, John House went out there and boom, landed some big fish. Shot up to first place. I was like, oh no, here we are. John's in first place. And then I went out and stuck that fish that I had, and then I moved up into first place. I still remember John's comment of how his first place was short-lived. And John, don't ever cut yourself short, man. You were out there hammering, you and Bryce and Wes. Everyone is always a contender in this field, and when you're fishing in general, because it only takes a couple fish to move up on a tournament board. In the pros, they're by ounces. In ours, it's by inches. The guys by quarter inches, by fractions of an inch. I mean, it's there. The camaraderie, though, that we had during this tournament, of everybody sharing. Jacob Davis was moving up. He was on my tail. He was nipping at my heels like the little chihuahua, and I was like, man, here we go. And so the last 2 days, I'm out there on the water. I put in my first place was at Beatty's Ford. Hadn't fished Beatty's Ford pretty much through the whole tournament. And I went out there, paddled around, caught one fish, trolling a drop shot. It wasn't anything big, about 15, 16 inches. I needed something 16 1/4 or above. And I'm like, man, I got to find a fish. So I left there, went down to my favorite place, Little Creek, and put in there, went and done my little thing that I always do. Caught 3 or 4 fish out deep, working a drop shot, and that is what I had used the entire tournament, is working a drop shot. You check out how to rig it up, guys. It's a very simple technique to use. Just go out there, work it kind of like a shaky head, but it kind of keeps the bait off the water. You got the weight down here, you got the bait up here, so you have that little bait in the air and in the fish. I mostly used it at Little Creek, down in that area where the grass on Lake Norman was, throughout, to keep my bait above, and that's where I was getting bit. So then when I moved up lake to Pinnacle, up towards Queens, up in that area where it had no grass, I still used a drop shot just to see if they were biting, and they were still tearing it up. So I mainly stayed on that bait the entire tournament, through August and through September, because I was fishing Lake Norman. But guys, I hope you enjoy the video. I hope you get out there and fish. Make sure you support these small groups that are out there fishing, and guys, just put in the work. Enjoy the water, enjoy the people that are on the water, and have fun. So guys, enjoy the video, and at the end you'll see the outcome.
top of the mouth, guys. Wrong species, but pretty big. There you go. Guys, it's not going to help me out none, but that's a pretty little largemouth right there. There we go. Alright guys, first little fish this morning. See if we can't catch some bigger ones. No! No! No, 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 no! Alright guys, and right there, looks pretty decent. Alright guys, reason I'm laughing is that boater just come through here. He fished this whole area. I told him what I was throwing, told him I was throwing a drop shot back behind the docks. And he's throwing a crankbait. And right there guys, that's where you want to get them. See that hook right there underneath the, right there in the top of the mouth. We're gonna see what he'll do, but I don't think he's gonna be enough to call anything for me. Another pretty largemouth, guys. Pretty little bluegill. stopping by Risen Sun Adventures. As you can see, we're back in the office and the video went really good. I mean, the August monthly tournament with Foothills was an absolute grind. I had to really put in some work, pretty much working as much as I could out on the water on my time off from work. Jacob Davis, I'm telling you, he put in some work. Austin Vang, they were on my tails. They were on my coattails. They were pushing as hard as they could push. And guys, it was a back and forth battle. And I'm just ecstatic to say that I came out with my first win ever in probably 7 years. Matter of fact, in 7 years. First tournament I ever fished, I was able to get a big bass award. It was in the middle of the rain out at Road Hiss. Once again, up in these Hickory area lakes, and that's where I have cashed my first check with the altitude kayaks back a long time ago when it first started. Got my first big bass award, which was I think 16 and something and some change, and I think I got like $60 or $70, really don't remember. But like I said, first place with 93 inches for the August monthly. This will be treasured for pretty much a lifetime, be posted up on my wall. And then guys, not only did I capitalize on that, I also capitalized on my second Big Bass Award with 20 3/4. That right there was a kicker, and I just thank the Lord for it. I thank the Lord for Cody and Ashley for putting on this event. They do an excellent job. So if you're out and about and you're looking for a tournament trail that's not as strenuous as those that are out there with some major competition like bass and Hobie BOS, and we can't forget about Queen City Kayak Bass Fishing, guys. Those anglers out there that fish that tournament trail are absolute hammers. So make sure to check them out. Make sure that you check out the Foothills group if you're looking for that small tournament trail and you're looking just to get out there on the water and have some fun. Guys, thank you for stopping by. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Make sure that you share the channel so that the content that I create will continue to press forward and I'll continue to grow. Guys, remember, God bless you, and the sun is always shining, even in the rain. We'll check you on the next one.